All right, welcome back. Day 4 of the journal entries. Today, I am going over a few things, going over my trades today because I ended up taking like 10 trades today. We'll get into why I did that later. And a few other things, such as losing predominantly and also learning from losses. So here we have I guess yeah, I want to show this on the charts because it's kind of important. This was the day, though. Here, I'll show on TradingView. I don't even use TradingView. This was the day. I slept in. I can't even lie. I woke up probably around like 10, maybe close to 10:30. Anyways, but at this point, I had noticed. Okay, we had been kind of chopping overnight, and for the previous day. If you remember, yesterday was a complete net zero day. Markets didn't go up or down. Like literally went from like here to here, just across. I mean, it did stuff in the middle of the day, but nothing. Pure chop. So I was like, all right, I'm expecting a breakout somewhere. And looking at this, all of this, like you can just tell from looking at that, there's absolutely no volume happening there at all. You don't even need to really do a volume profile. You can just tell by looking at it. Some people would call that an imbalance, but that's incorrect terminology. Well, not incorrect, but I think it misses a lot of the nuance of what is actually going on there. The fact of the matter is there's no volume being traded at that price. So price tends to go through it quickly and refill it. So anyways, woke up, see already, okay, we're coming down. Now, we're going to wait for a few things. I want to see a continuation before I start going in any trends. And here, I'll go into NinjaTrader because that's where I've actually marked things out. So yeah, if you see here, I saw price come back up. And then at this point, I was like, okay, what's price doing? I'm going to try. I saw price come all the way down here. And was like, all right, let's get on Bookmap. Where was I? Let me go back to that. What time is that at? 11. 11, 11, 11. That was at 11:14. 11:14. Where's 11:14? Oh, it's all the way up here. Okay, here we are. That was here. Here, somewhere in here. Here, right here. So price came down here, and I was like, God damn, we just pushed through this again. I think it might be time to go short. So I tried entering short here. Needless to say, that got stopped out immediately. Because I was just relying on price pushing through, and I wasn't actually looking at the fact that it was retracing as I was doing that. So I was trying to trade an extension even after it had already hit what I would expect for that kind of extension, which are these like little high volume red areas. So if price is up here, the expected reach for a downwards leg would be here. And then as you see, yeah, it retraces right after that. Same thing, it comes down here. Now, it came down here and I wasn't paying attention to that. So I went short here and then obviously I lost in this retracement. But if we look here, what happened next was I tried to long. Because I was like, oh, damn, my mind's still not working that much. Maybe we hit this. Maybe we hit this and we're actually going long right now. But again, I wasn't paying attention to the volume. If you look up here, there was a huge amount of volume at this level. That carries over here. Then traders remember, oh, this is like a price that we traded at previously. It was a good value. And then the sell-off began from right here. So then price came back down. And at that point, I waited until, what, 11:18, I think? Let me check. Yeah, 11:18. When it came back up here again. And at this point, I entered short. And I had a stop loss right above here and hitting right down here. So then when price came down here, I remember I was targeting right here at the expected leg because we're already in a downwards trend. We've been taking these out, retrace, take out, retrace, take out. We don't even see a retrace is how heavy it was. I didn't even catch this though because I was busy doing other things. And also there was no good retrace to enter off of. I mean, I assume you could have probably entered here. That wouldn't have been bad either. 21. Yeah, that's like right here. Goes down, slight, come up here. You could have entered there. But I had entered there already. So then I took profit. Oh no, sorry, I didn't take profit until much later. What level is this? 6, 7, 6, 7. God, it's been terrible. This entire week we've been in the 6, 7 range. We're dipping into it. Actually brutal. 6, 7, 4, 9, 7, 5 though. 6, 7, 4, 9. Yeah, so I took profit right here. And then this stuff was happening right after that. Right after that, we have this small retrace where you could have entered again. And then price comes all the way down here. I'm not trying to go for things that are longer than 5 to 1 RR. And today was my first day actually using trades on Bookmap. So I was kind of learning how to do that. I wasn't putting in everything in case I made mistakes. But again, zooming out again, we come to here. Another retrace, pretty typical trend pattern. So I'm just looking for a continuation. And at 11:58, if we want to scroll to that, I was looking at volume for this. Yeah, 11:58, 52 is when I entered. We saw this hit this. We continually saw takes this out, takes this out, takes out a little bit more volume, and the buying, big buys, big buys, big buys were just not being accepted at all. Like, if we saw a continuation like this, then I wouldn't have gone short. But because I had seen this dip and then a bit higher push, a smaller bubble up here, that's telling me that buying pressure can't keep up with these high prices, and we need to go back down. So then price crashed back down. I entered at about here, right here with the stop loss above. My stop loss 6651, 6751. Yeah, my stop loss was like here. I entered about 6 pips below that, and I was targeting just a 3 to 1 RR. Maybe I want to learn how to what do you call it? Target specific things, like specific volume levels instead of just 3 to 1. But normally it actually lines up with exactly here. So it was like right in here where I was targeting. So it wasn't that bad actually. 6, 7, 4, 5. Oh my god. Yeah, like right here where this huge sell-off was. So I made that pretty easily, all by just looking at volume. And again, when you're in a trend in one direction, you can use volume levels as retracements and then draws. So again, here, we see this strong, we retrace up into that, and then we see this huge thing down here. Again, we target this, and then we retrace off of it. We target this, come up, look, it's been since then. Strong volume, not that strong, but still in the 80s. Go up to that, again, come down to this weak area, not strong enough to push price back up, so we keep coming back down, Look, every time that there's a huge spike, it's at a little volume point. Price comes up, price crashes down. I think that this was a news event, although I was not paying attention at 12:30. Oh, yeah, that was rough. But again, I'm here to talk about losses, not just the wins, because that was nice and dandy. I was up about, I don't know, $400 on that because I wasn't risking anything. I was like risking one contract on each because I was trying to learn it. And then, but I was up like 36, 28 ticks, which ain't bad. And then what came next was kind of horrendous. Here we go. This was in the AM. Then went to class, had some school. Lord knows I gotta make this video quick because I have so much studying to do. And then I proceeded to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more trades, losing every single one of them for usually the same reason, as I'll go over in a second. But when I first did this, I was kind of pissed off, and I just crashed out. Not gonna lie. After the first two, I was getting pissed off that I was losing trades, and then I proceeded to make this third one here. Immediately lost that. Entered into the fourth one probably 5 seconds later. Lost that within 3 seconds. Then I continued doing it. I took a little break. Typed something out to myself. Told myself I'm not going to trade again. Did this again. This time tried to long as opposed to shorting. Didn't work again. Then I tried one last time before I realized that I was losing all of my money and that I was now negative for the day. So yeah, that was pretty rough. Can't lie. But I did learn a lot from it, mainly being to understand why you lose when you lose. I was kind of crashing out, and then I thought about taking a closer look at this, and as soon as I did that, a lot of stuff became clear to me. When I had been taking my volume trades earlier, I had been going with the trend the entire time. And if you look something here, price comes down, price comes up, I try shorting it when we're in an uptrend, lose. I try shorting again while we're still in the uptrend, I lose. Try shorting twice here. They're so close together because they were literally in the same minute. I lose both of those. Then price gets to the top of a leg. I try longing out of it because I've seen all this momentum. And again, I lose. One more time. Price comes down. And I'm like, okay, now we're going down. I short. And I lose again. And that told me really I need to pay attention to more what the market's telling me than just questioning why did I take a trade. I need to pay attention to the fact that I lost all these trades because I was always going against the market. I would be in an uptrend and I was shorting, and I'd be at a way overextended point in the uptrend and I'd be longing, and then I'd be in a retracement I'd be at the end of a retracement as this one happens in that uptrend, and I'd be shorting again. If I had switched this trade with this trade, would have been perfect. And that's a lot easier to see in hindsight, of course, as all of trading is. Anyone can be a 100% trader in hindsight. But yeah, I was definitely pissed off this, not just because I had lost all these, but because I continued to enter more even after telling myself I wasn't going to. And that's something that you really need to get over in trading. You can't do that because if you just jump right back into it, it's really showing you're not learning anything. You're just being blind. You're revenge trading. You have tunnel vision. I certainly had all of that when I was doing this, and you're gonna lose. I notice the best trades I make are when I first get into the market and I can see the trends, I can see the big picture, and then I can see the small picture on top of that. These all happened because I got too wrapped up in what was immediately happening on the book map. I swear, I would be like, here, it was like around here that I was losing all of these, right? 15, 20 or so. Here, I'd be like looking at this, and I'd be like, okay, it just hit this. Now it's gonna come back up here. Oh, I should short it. But I failed to see that we had just done all of this. All of this. And that really goes to show, if you're not paying attention to the market, it'll fuck you backwards, sideways, every which way. And that definitely happened to me today. I wasn't even looking over here. Like, I looked over here. There was way too many numbers going on. So I was just, like, going off of pure instinct, which you can't do at all. That's how you lose. And that's how I did lose today. And it really goes to show, just one of the biggest points I'm trying to make is you need to take losses with grace. because when you take a loss, it's it's not just like losing, it's showing you how you read the market wrong. And if you want to focus on why you entered the trade badly instead of focusing on why the market didn't go what you thought, you can focus on your own psychology all you want. You can focus on like, why am I messing this up? But at the end of the day, a solid understanding of why the market moves as it moves will always increase your chances of making a better trade next time than focusing on all your flaws and why you keep getting into the market and how you need to stop doing this, which I've done a lot in my time, certainly. So I want to make this video talking about, I wanted to make this because losses are a part of every trade, and you have to have really good loss management, because today I lost about, I was up 400, and then now I'm down 100 on this funded account. So that means lost 500 bucks. The trailing threshold is 500. So that's already a fifth of the threshold gone for the day. And I'm not comfortable with that, really. I don't want to be blasting through a fifth of my funded threshold in one day. That's not exactly something I like doing. So going forward, I'm going to set risk management at about 0. Or about 20%. No, that's still 1/5. What am I trying to say? 5% of that account is what I'll risk in a day. And if I lose that, I'm not going to take any more trades for the day. And having intense risk management is so crucial to trading, because at the end of the day, like, you're going to face losses, man. And if you just want to get back into it, and if you're not accepting the fact that the market isn't behaving as you think it is, you're gonna get like tossed sideways, and it's no one's idea of fun, really. So I mean, what else is there to really say? You can go from winning to losing really fast. You always have to keep an eye on the bigger portion of the market, because that's what everything else falls into. And when you get tunnel vision, that will really hurt you. I've lost a lot of trades in my day. I've blown funded accounts in one day entirely after passing evaluations with flying colors, and then subsequently forgetting all of my risk management, and then completely losing. Like my last funded account, which I had about a month ago, I passed it within a week. Not terrible, never risking more than 500 a day. And then I proceeded to lose $2,000 in one day, and then the other 500 the next day, because I was revenge trading both of those days. And if you revenge trade, you will do nothing but lose, because you aren't making good judgments, and the markets aren't kind to people that don't make good judgments. So you have to try your hardest in everything you do here. And if not, you're gonna get screwed up, man. Like you have to own up to your responsibilities here to actually pay attention to what you're doing. You can't just do this blind. It requires a lot of discipline as well. You need to be able to tell yourself, all right, I lose this much in a day, no more trading. Even though it's tempting to think, oh, like, I messed up that one. I know what's gonna happen on the next one. No, you're done, so buddy. Beater. Sorry. You have a higher chance of making back the money the next day than revenge trading, put simply. Or the day after that. Money comes and money goes, and it can go really fast if you're not careful. You want to keep that even balance where you gain, you lose a little. You gain, you lose a little. And if you get upset over losing a little, you're going to do nothing more than lose a lot. That's the name of the game. Here, I lost 6 trades in a row before finally calling it quits. That will never happen in one day again. I'm telling you right now. Because this was certainly a wake up for me. That if I'm losing that many in a row in a day, I'm completely off my rocker. and the market is completely going against what my thesis is. So having conversations with yourself about this is important as well. And if you're looking at like any resources to how to get better at taking losses, that's an insanely good thing to do, because that shows that you're really trying to get better at this whole trading shit. Which, I mean, is the best quality you can have, is always wanting to get better. Um, but that's all I really want to talk about today, I guess. We went over my trades for the day, what exactly I did, what I did right, what I did wrong. To summarize, you want to use volume within a trend, and you want to use volume to support your thesis. But you can never just use Bookmap alone, because otherwise you'll just get bent over, and it's not going to be a good time. No. So yeah, I mean, I think that does it pretty much. I'll try to be out with another video tomorrow. Might have to wait till Friday though, because I have like 2 midterms the next 2 days, and I have like 2 labs due tomorrow. I haven't started a bunch of those. I haven't even studied for my midterm tomorrow, so that's gonna be rough. I still got another appointment in like an hour at 6 that I have to prepare for. So I'll try to have another video out, but this is for me, anyways. Not like people watch these, so you know. But without further ado, I will make another video tomorrow. Of course, I will. And yeah, I'll see you then. Deuces.